we got our devilbiss spray gun here, and we're just spraying some red paint, and we're going to show you how to clean a HVLP spray gun the quick and easy way. So now we're just taking out as much excess paint as we can. Alright, we got as much excess out, and now the first time we're just going to take our paint thinner, we're going to dump some in there, shake it, and then dump it out. About that much. Okay, we got our cover back on. Now we're just going to sit here, hold it, and shake for a while. Looks like we're done.
Okay.
Okay, now we shook that a while. Take and we'll dump her out. See how much cleaner she got?
Let's see if we can see that good. Get her into the sun.
Okay, now we got our stuff in here, and for the second time around, you're going to take and you're going to shake it, but instead of just dumping it in the bucket, we're going to take and run it all through our spray gun. You run it till it's empty, and then you'll end up doing this another time yet. Okay, we got a little sour cream container here with some clean mineral spirits till our brush got set in it and got it dirty. We're just going to take that, we're going to clean the top of our gun. You also clean your cover off too. You just want to get her so she's nice and clean. It isn't constantly making a mess of your gun when you're trying to finish flushing it here the last time. So now, all you gotta do is flush her one more time, and then you'll take your gun apart. So we'll do the same thing, add some, and then do the shake and run it with the air compressor at the same time. Okay, now we're gonna tear apart the rest of the gun so you can finish cleaning it by hand. And you're just gonna take, and we just set all these parts in some clean mineral spirits. When you take this out, I believe I stated this in my other video on how to use an HVLP spray gun, but make sure you pull the trigger back before you turn it. You just take that, dump that in there. This piece will go in there. Then we'll take out the adjustment needle. And thread that all the way. You'll have a spring and that. Okay, now you pull your trigger back so you can grab your adjustment needle. Just slide that on out, set that down in there. And then we usually never take off the cup because all the mineral spirits going through there cleans that out. We'll just clean off the outside with a rag covered in mineral spirits here. So,
Inside there.
and you can see how the inside's perfectly clean. We'll also still wipe that out with a rag here that we put some clean mineral spirit on. So, just take your rag, clean off the outside of it to get any of the paint left on it off. You also want to take that rag just to double make sure and clean out the inside of your canister. Now you're just going to take your air nozzle. Forgot to show you that. There's this little ring down in here. This is your seal for your tip. Make sure you take that out so you don't lose it. Get everything on the gun nice and clean. Okay, we got our cover, our clean mineral spirits again. Now you clean your cover real good. Then you're done with the gun itself. Now you're going to move on. You're going to take every one of your pieces in here. You're going to take your brush and clean them all up. And you want to wipe them off with a clean, dry rag. Now we've got some little holes to fly through. This, you probably can't tell, but there's a couple little holes down here. Make sure you blow them out good. And your tip, if you're not going to use your gun again for a while, we usually just take and let our tip sit right in the mineral spirits for about a day or so. You put a cover on this to keep it from evaporating. And then you blow it out good and just make sure it gets good and cleaned out. And then your last part, your little washer that you don't want to lose. Okay, here's our nice clean pile of parts for our spray gun. Now we'll start reassembly. Now before we put them in, make sure you clean your hands off good with mineral spirits so you don't end up getting paint on them again. Now to start with your washer, just use a screwdriver, kind of set that down in there all the way. Then you have to grab this piece and this, just line it up. This you have to make sure you get on there good and straight. Then you'll take your tip, thread your tip in. Don't tighten it too tight, but you need to put a bit of tension on it. Then you'll take your adjustment needle, slide that in this end. Make sure you have it lined up down in here where it goes through. Just push that in. Set your spring back on there, and take your screw. And you don't close this all the way because this still there's a little bit of mineral spirits in there maybe, and you just let it air dry over time. And you'll put this back on here, take your cap, and thread that back on. That is all there is to cleaning your HVLP spray gun.